The next thing we're going to learn about is E. And yes, E is a number, kind of like pi. Pi is a number. I'm trying to think if these calculators have if these calculators here, I know the graphing calculators do, but if these have an E button. And it doesn't look like they do. I'm trying to think of what just E equals. So this has I'll show you. You see this e to the power of x right here above the natural log. So if we're trying to figure out what e equals, we can just do second natural log e to the power of 1. And then that would be what e equals, right? Because anything raised to the power of 1 is itself. And that is e. It is an irrational number, and it equals 2.718281828, and that goes on forever. As you can see here. E, it's known as Euler's number. The number e is a famous irrational number, is one of the most important numbers in mathematics. The first few digits are, as you can see there, and obviously it continues, just like pi continues. It is often called Euler's number after Leonhard Euler, but that's how it was created. Now, e is all about logarithms, which we're going to get into next, or exponential functions here, which is what we're working on now. The easiest way to identify what e is looking at the graph of e. So y equals e to the power of x. So let's look at that graph. Here it is. This is y equals e to the power of x. Notice how it has an asymptote here at y equals 0. All exponential functions, well, not all, but some of them, a lot of them do. And as it grows here, it's continually growing, so there's no vertical asymptote. Okay, so here we are. What we're going to have to do with this unit is, using that graph of y equals e to the power of x, we're going to have to identify values of y using the graph. So for instance, it might say, okay, use the graph of y equals e to the power of x and find y when x is 2. Well, if that's the case, we say, all right, here's where x is 2. Let me scroll down. Right here is where x is 2, and y is at, let me find it. Oop, missed it. Y there is at 2, or sorry. There. 7.389. So it's 2 and then 7.389. You might say, well, how can I do this if I'm not on Desmos? You can, on your graphing calculators, you can use the function value. So what I mean by that, I don't have a graphing calculator that works right now. But you'll go to y equals, right? You can't, this isn't going to work, but you're going to go to y equals. It'll pop up and you'll type in e. This has an e button here. So you'll hit second e, and you're going to raise it to the power of x. And then you'll look at your graph, and you'll see that graph that's up there now. To calculate values, you can just hit second, trace, and then the first option is a value button. Use that first option and then type in any value of x you want, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can always use the table. So go to the table and look at those values. So that's how you can use a graphing calculator to find what the value of y is when x is a given number. Or if all else fails, you can always just use one of these calculators and do second natural log, and there's e to the power of 2 because it's e to the power of x. And e to the power of 2 is 7.389056099, or rounded 7.389. Not the most difficult thing you have to do.